Project Veritas is back at it again. This time they have a part 2 from the technical director at CNN, Charlie Chester. Again, this guy is on camera saying, oh, it's not even saying, he's bragging about how the fuck this shit works. It is, like, this guy is so fucking close to being at the top, and he has this kind of attitude. Can you take a second to appreciate what the fuck the culture there must be like for one of the higher-ups to have this kind of mentality? So that's a pretty good fucking chance that this mentality is systemic throughout CNN. For the guys at the top to have this same viewpoint, it pretty much means that everyone there has the exact same fucking understanding of what's going on as well. That's just how shit works. Let's just get straight into it, because this is fucking gold. Absolute fucking gold. Let's do it.
COVID, gangbusters with ratings. Gangbusters with ratings, right? Which is why we constantly have the death toll on the side. Let's make it higher. Like, why isn't it high enough, you know, today? Like, it would make our point better if it was higher. It's fear. Like, fear really drives numbers. Fear is the thing that keeps you tuned in. If it bleeds, it leads. Yeah.
If it bleeds, it leads?
Yeah. No one ever.
Fuck, he looks so fucking proud of that. Holy shit, he looked proud of that. Let's watch that again.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, it leads?
Yeah.
You see his fucking eye movement there? Watch that. Watch that shit. Watch.
If it bleeds, it leads. Yeah.
If it bleeds, it leads?
Yeah. No one ever says those things out loud, but it's obvious.
Yeah.
Well, they're actually doing
pretty fucking
telling
obvious.
the person what to say. It's an art form. It's always leading them in a direction before they even open their mouth. It's fear. Like, fear really drives numbers. Fear is the thing that keeps you tuned in.
What actually happens when a network cares more about rating?
I've made this point before with Facebook. I've made this point with lots of social media companies in the past. They want the clicks. The more clicks that are generated, the more ads they can sell, the more profit they can make. The things that generate more clicks is fear. Every fucking time. That's why I've put up the videos of the Facebook executives talking about how they created Facebook and the psychology behind it. Go back and watch those episodes. They literally talk about how they're trying to create this cycle, this feedback loop, where they suck people in because of fear. It just keeps you glued. You can't rip yourself away from it. You have to keep investing and investing and investing until you're just part of the fucking ecosystem. They're doing the exact same thing here at CNN. It's ridiculous.
Than the truth.
But of course they are. Of course they are, because it's a fucking business. They want to make money. They don't give a shit how. All they give a shit about is how to generate the most amount of clicks, which turns out to be fear. So they are literally harnessing our fucking fear responses and hijacking that so that we keep clicking onto their sites so that they can sell more ads to make more fucking money. They are literally evil. I mean, it's pretty much evil. I mean, I don't know what other words there are. They're literally knowing that they're doing it, or at least the technical director knows that that's what they're doing, and they do it anyway. So to me, that's just a level of evil that's, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I got nothing else to say to that. It's evil. It's literally evil.
In the case of CNN, owned by parent company Warner Media, it seems that CNN has resorted to other means in order to keep you watching. What you're about to see is so shocking.
Is it?
Admissions about COVID, its impact, the bias, and things that we've all suspected but have never been able to confirm until now.
It's fear.
Thank
like,
you,
fear
okay.
really drives numbers. It does, you know. The happiest days in news, people, I would imagine, turn it off and they don't stay glued to it. You know? Unless there's something that's uniting them, like the moon landing or something like that. Fear is the thing that keeps you tuned in.
Yeah.
What's the scariest thing there? You know, sad news doesn't do well with ratings. You know, like, if you can get someone impassioned, that does really well with ratings. Sad news, back to back to back, doesn't do really well unless it affects them directly. COVID, gangbusters with ratings, right? Which is why we constantly have the death toll on the side. died, which I have a major problem with, that we're tallying how many people die every day. Because I've even looked at it and be like, let's make it higher. Like, why isn't it high enough, today? Like, it would make our point better if it was higher. And I'm like, what am I rallying for? That's a problem.
Yeah.
That we're doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
no fucking shit, dickhead.
I mean, it helps with ratings.
of course, yeah, but I would expect. I have a job. Sure, like I'm happy about that, but I don't know.
Who gets to decide how long that stays on, or
Head of the network. I've been in the room many a times where my director tells me take it down, and I take it down, and then we get a phone call, the bat phone rings in the back, literally a red phone, this special red phone ringing.
Yeah.
And they pick it up, and this producer picks it up, and you're mop, 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 mop. And every so often they put it on speaker, and it's the head of the network being like,
Zucker.
there's
Jeff
nothing that
Zucker.
you're doing right now that makes me want to stick. Put the numbers back up, because that's the most enticing thing that we have. So put it back up. So things like that are constantly talked about.
Yeah. I mean, by definition, that's evil. I don't know what else you would call that. At least my definition of evil, that's what it is. They're knowingly doing something that's a detriment to society. We've had Genevieve Briand of fucking John Hopkins come out and say the fucking numbers are being completely over-exaggerated. I've made this point with Tori on our previous podcast where we've talked about this. I think this news corporation should be fucking sued. I think any news organization that over-exaggerated what the fuck was happening with COVID, that has caused people to suicide, that has caused businesses to be shut down, these guys should be having a class action lawsuit against them for literally fucking up the economy. They have literally caused harm and death to countless people. This is fucked up, and there needs to be some sort of fucking consequence for these motherfuckers.
It's most likely a Jeff Zucker call. If Jeff Zucker, the head of our CNN, he makes the call, someone is that the head of the network with the red bat phone? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, in the first video, Charlie Chester and Rachel Hoffman gave us a first-hand account into how CNN's president, Jeff Zucker, really is on a minute-to-minute basis, even when it comes to graphics on the screen, COVID graphics. Charlie Chester referring to the red phone that rings to update the graphics, because remember, folks, it's all about ratings.
Yeah, of course. It's a business.
Show the recovery.
Let's just pause for a second there. Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at this. $5 billion. Okay? It's business. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck what the stories are. They give a fuck what generates the most amount of clicks every fucking time. And they will always pursue what is going to generate the most amount of clicks. They're worth $5 billion, according to Google, so that number's probably fucking way off. But goddamn, motherfuckers. It's business. They don't give a fuck what they tell people as long as it generates the clicks. This is not new news. I mean, it's new news that we have the technical director fucking saying it, but this isn't unknown to everybody. We all fucking know how this game is played. That's why we don't watch the fucking news anymore. Who the fuck watches CNN? Who the fuck watches Fox? These aren't things that people are tuning into anymore. No one gives a fuck about them because they're just bullshit. No one watches these motherfuckers anymore. No one goes to them thinking, yeah, this is where I'm going to get my fucking news from.
Rates on the death tolls, at least.
Recovery rates. Oh, who's had it and then recovered. Because that's not scary. That's I would imagine that's why they don't do it. Yeah.
That's
Fuck
what-
this dude,
If
man.
it bleeds, it leads.
Fuck this dude.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
I like that.
Fucking loser.
I think no one ever says those things out loud, but it's obvious based on the amount of stories that we do. The fact that we have a segment called The Good Stuff, which is a feel-good thing, but it's dedicated moment at the end to like almost like be the ice cream to alleviate, you know, like everything that you've been through, like, you know, like something sweet to end it with.
Fuck.
Because everything else is like doom and gloom. I mean, it's human nature. I mean, like I find myself watching more news when there's something looming and scary.
Jester seems to have lost faith in CNN's ability to do honest reporting, not just at CNN actually, but in news generally.
I mean, there's no such thing as unbiased news. It just doesn't exist.
At the mainstream.
There's too many agendas. There's too many people that have jobs that need to feed their families.
Of course.
For it to be unbiased. Yeah. It's impossible.
Impossible, he says. Impossible. Yeah. No shit. Because as soon as you fucking put money into the fucking mix, it becomes corrupted. Obviously. It's opinion. You're buying opinion. That's what you're doing. There's a reason that Jeff Bezos has purchased the Washington Post. There's a fucking reason for that. Okay?
Most unbiased news is grassroots, out of people's basements with podcasts. That's the most unbiased you probably get.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, motherfucker. You know why? You know why it's shows like this one, which has fucking fuck all views? Because I'm talking to my friends. Because every one of you watching this right now know me. If I put out episodes that's fucking bullshit, and the next time we hang out, which will, you know, probably be this afternoon, you're gonna give me shit about it. You're gonna rip into me for fucking up what the fuck is going on. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna show you guys the real fucking shit as to what is happening in the world. Because I have to go talk to you afterwards. I have to interact with you. So I'm not going to give you fake bullshit like these motherfuckers who are so fucking detached from the stories that they're fucking telling. They're living on a different fucking planet. I mean, they're not even close to reporting on what the fuck is going on in the world anymore. They're not even fucking remotely close to what the fuck is happening on the ground anymore. They're so far fucking gone. And it's so obvious. As soon as you start putting billions, okay? Billions of dollars into it, it can't not become corrupted. It has to. It has to. Because then all of a sudden you have interests. You have to keep people happy. You have to keep the interests happy. And this is why you should keep money out of the fucking news. You should keep money out of politics. Because as soon as you put it in there, it's corrupted. You've corrupted it immediately.
And unfortunately, the trend is that when they could actually start making money off of it, you start to inherently destroy the thing that you love, you know, by like
Do you
moving
think
up.
CNN's done that?
Yeah,
Of course.
I don't think CNN's
All of
any
them.
different than Fox. I think
Of
it's
course. Of course. They all do it. It's part of it. It is now built in to corporately owned media. Every comm that's out there, it's biased. It can't not be. It is part of the fucking system. Any COM out there is corrupted. They literally cannot be. It's corporate-owned media. They're pushing a fucking agenda. It's beyond obvious. Literally, we've got the fucking footage of it now. What the fuck else is going on? How the fuck does CNN still have viewers after this? How the fuck does Fox still have viewers after this? It's how they're all fucking run. Just because you don't have the video of the fucking Fox director fucking saying this shit? Oh, Fox isn't doing it? Bullshit. I guarantee you they are. I guarantee you every one of these billionaire corporate-owned media motherfuckers is corrupted. They can't not be corrupted. It's not possible when you're talking about billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. I just want to show you guys something real quick. You probably... I hope you appreciate this. Now, this is a little trick you can do with Notepad. This is fucking crazy, right? Let's just do this. I saw this a while ago, but I kind of want to emphasize the point here because I think it's fucking relevant more than ever. So this is $100,000, right? So let's go 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's $1 million, okay? $1 million motherfucking dollars, okay? Let's go $10 million. $10 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So $10 million looks like. Okay? Let's go $100 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's what $100 million looks like. Let's go to $1 billion. 1 billion. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty fucking simple, yeah? Now, what was their fucking net worth? $5 billion? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what $5 billion looks like. Let's scroll through it. Let's scroll through it. Do you see this fucking scroll bar on the right? Here's you watching right now. What do we got? Maybe we got 50 people that are going to watch this episode, all right? Let's there's a pretty nice house for one of yous. You know, pretty nice house for another one. You know, let's just randomly fucking go in here. Another one. There you go. That's, you know, that's a house for everyone watching. You know, your kid's debt paid for a little bit, you know. All done. All right. What's this? What's this amount of number here we got here? Let's say I buy everyone a car, everyone a house, you know, that's that figure there. Okay? Gone. Now, let's try and find that money that I just fucking gave away to everyone. Everyone's set for life now. Let's try and find it. The video's not paused. I'm still going. You're not lagging out. The video's still playing. I'm still scrolling. I hope this is helping you guys. Oh, there we go. There we go. We found one. All right, let's keep scrolling. Let's find the others. Hey, there we go. There's a couple more. Did you guys start to get the fucking picture of how much money $5 billion is? I'm still scrolling. There we go. There's another one. There's another one. There we go. Okay. Like, God motherfucking damn. You think this amount of money isn't going to corrupt people? Of course it is. Of course it is. Look at it. Look at it. I'm still scrolling. Of course. Of course that amount of money is going to corrupt people. It can't not. It is a ridiculous and unfathomable amount of money. To throw that at politicians or to throw that at news organizations, you can't not become corrupted with that amount of fucking wealth. It can't happen. Especially when you are the ones pushing a worldwide agenda for everybody. If someone starts giving you that amount of money, you have to have interests. The people that are giving that money to you have reasons they're giving that money to you. Every ad that sells is generating that fucking wealth, is generating more wealth than that. That's how they can afford to pay you. So if you don't think those people that are selling those fucking ads don't have a fucking agenda to push, then you don't understand what fucking game is being played here. And of course, it's going to result in shit like this happening.
A different side of it, but I think they come off as very altruistic, but I think we bury the lead a lot. I think we... You ever watch... We have to sit down and watch it together for me to like point out some things. Listen to the way they ask questions. Because they're not actually asking questions. Any reporter on CNN. Okay. What they're actually
The irony of this is pretty funny.
Is they're telling the person what to say. It's an art form in it.
What's it?
There's an art form to it. But it would be like the accident that you just saw, right? Like one of the reporters would be like, so that, you know, that man clearly went through.
I don't mean to be rude here, but how the fuck is this the technical director? I mean, I mean, he's educated enough to know what the fuck's going on, but he doesn't seem like the most intellectual motherfucker out there.
The intersection, slamming into this car or whatever it was, and it really is unfortunate that our infrastructure of traffic lights and whatnot is falling apart in the city. How do you feel about the traffic lights and the infrastructure and whatnot? We've led them to talk about how we want them to talk about it. It's always...
And keep in mind, this is not going to be limited to CNN. This is going to be every single corporate-owned media company out there. Every one of them do this kind of shit. And then they invite those people back on who play the fucking game. And it just repeats and repeats and repeats. That's what it's all about. I'm going to stop the video there. If you guys want to go watch the full thing, I'll link it down below. There's a part 3 coming out. I'm busy today, so hopefully I might be able to get it out tonight. If not, it'll be out tomorrow. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Love yous all. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share it around. Catch us later. Bye.